Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fallout 4. We're on survival mode. We've got lots of mobs. We've got some settlements. I was attempting to go start that, or to do a little bit more. Then I realized that, well, Libertalia is right here. And the Brotherhood's already starting to blow the place up. So, I mean, that might not be a bad idea. I don't know if the Brotherhood's presence is going to make this more difficult or not. I'm thinking maybe yes. But you know what? There's a raider with a Fat Man launcher on that ship, so if they want to go, eat that initial round, I'm good with that. Oh, he's a legendary. Yeah, I am more than happy to let them take point, go cause trouble. So what we're going to do is we'll clear out Libertalia, we'll head over to Pridwin, talk to Maxim, and we'll make our way down to the hospital to go talk to the Nightingales, and then go over to Good Neighbor. I think this is a fantastic plan. Also, they're shooting at each other, so we're just going to let that play. Eventually, the Courser should be capable of taking out the Brotherhood Knight. I don't want to do it myself, although I am super interested in what the hell kind of gun he's shooting. The contrails on that are something else. Yeah, he's almost down. What the hell weapon is he using? The sound of the contrails are odd. Okay, come on. You almost got him there, little buddy. Okay. Looks like it was some sort of assault rifle. That's a G36 right there. Popped the legendary over here too, but okay, what do you? A heavy solar cannon. Okay, so that's a problem of having that level list mod, and that is honestly going to be the final nail in its coffin. That's a one-of-a-kind weapon that the Brotherhood should not be using. So, yeah, a little bit tweaked about that. Not gonna lie. So, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna use G36. I'm gonna take the solar cannon so I can break it down. I just have to remember not to pick up anything else. Man, there's X688.
You must be the Courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
Yeah. Took out the perimeter guard and the Brotherhood of Steel advance party, which I don't know what happened to the other members of that strike force. Safecrackers, combat right arm. That's not even worth bothering with. Okay, so our target is over in there. Do I have sight lines? Oh yeah.
There's someone else here.
Oh, that's the one with the Fat Man. Who should be dead? That was a headshot. There we go. Okay, who's shooting at us? Yeah, there are raiders literally freaking everywhere. This is not a small raider gang. This is almost a raider civilization.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, it was a sound of problems going away, 88, so just cool your jets, please. Oh, that was a crotch shot. Kind of feel bad about that one. I mean, I want to say the varmint rifle is doing its work, but truthfully, I could do this with a pipe weapon. Okay, no, that should have hit. Who's doing that? Oh, get out of the way, dink. Okay, where's the fellow with the helmet? There he is. The more I deal with now, the more I don't have to deal with when we actually make entry. And seeing as how it's going to be close quarters and the enemies are going to be a lot stronger due to how high level I am, I would prefer not to have to deal with that if at all possible. Also, this is a very exposed approach. Lots of debris to give enemies chances to get cover. It's just stuff that we don't want to bother with, but we do want to be able to see them before we get there.
Show your face. Come on. I dare you.
And there is one unique weapon that we want to get our hands on before we're done. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because it's a French word. I don't speak French very well. And by very well, I mean at all. There we go. Got him finally. Don't see anybody over here.
Engaging target.
88. What target are you engaging there, doofus? Whatever. I don't care if he dies or not. I mean, technically he can't die. He's essential. But he's allowed to monkey around as much as he wants. It makes no difference to me. I'll make sure there's nobody in here coming up behind me. Nope. I am starting to run a bit short on 5mm, though. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I don't use it that often. Okay, 88. Who were you shooting at, dude? Do you even know? Probably doesn't know. I got the right way, I guess.
I think we're good.
Well, that worked out. And just got a crappy pipe weapon? Yeah, you did. And you gotta go all the way around. What's keeping this rickety ramshackle of planks and rusty nails together? Your bet's as good as mine. I don't think that would work, but hey, whatever. There we go. Maybe not the cleanest little shootout, but it got the job done. I didn't get hit. Everybody died. What more can you want? Okay, we are getting closer to the target. I guess there's more than one way to approach here, because this will take you back to the mainland, I guess. That's interesting. I was just going to swim. Probably still will, truth be told. Okay, are those mannequins, or are those people? Those are mannequins. That's creepy. That's very creepy, Raiders. Stop being creepy. Huh. Got a little pulley system set up there. There's nobody in it. I guess that's my cue to start heading that way to get to the pulley. Or the trolley? Might be a trolley. I don't know if that's the right word or not. giant pile of bodies, including Minutemen. Ah, poor bugger. It's like, do you need more reasons to hate Raiders? I mean, I really don't think I do. I've got plenty of reasons to dislike them. You don't have to keep piling on the evidence. We know they're a bunch of drug-addled psychopathic cannibals. This is known. Okay, did I already pop this guy? Yeah, apparently I did. Go me. Oh, ammo. Let's see. No missiles. We're not taking missiles. Honestly, we stopped taking shotgun shells as well. We're not using them, and they're heavy. Usually, I would argue a lot of ammo is too heavy. A lot of weapons are too heavy in this game. Shotgun shells, I will never argue that shotgun shells are too heavy. Because shotgun shells are ridiculously heavy. And what I'm going to do, I am going to pull the wounding mod off of this, and then just break down the gun. Because we're not going to be using a 10mm. Where is it? Yeah, it made the weight a little bit more tolerable. Alright. Just want to make sure there wasn't any, I didn't leave anything in there, like parts or anything. I might need them. I might not. I don't know. And let the fun begin. Not a lot of raiders in here, but there are enough. Great. Well, they know I'm here. That probably could have been avoided. Piped submachine gun. That's not too bad. That's not too bad looking at all. Okay, now we just gotta make our way upstairs. I don't think there's anything to...
Don't quit! Don't!
Hey, clipped me with that one. Now, I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted by this guy that I don't think there's a bobblehead or a skill magazine here. I could be wrong. But I have not been here in such a long time. I'm not even sure where the special shotgun is. It's around here somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so you know what? Might as well just grab all that. No real reason not to. Oh, guess there's a skill magazine here. Alright, so how many is that now? 7? Where are those? Let's see here. Oh, that's 9 out of 10. Nice. I could look online to figure out where the rest of them are, but quite frankly, I don't remember where I got half the damn thing, so good luck with it. And yeah, he had a fat man. I'm going to take the mini nuke just in case I miss somebody and they try to snipe me with it on the way out. bottles. No shotgun though. Might be up another level. So I'm already on the back foot here. I didn't remember there being a skill magazine in here, which is probably why I never collect all 10 of them when I'm doing playthroughs. When it's stout, moonshine. We'll take the moonshine. That might be interesting. Okay. You know, it's very possible that the shotgun is right there. No, that is a pipe bolt-action sniper rifle I want to look at. 132 damage is not bad, being in 308. Yeah, that looks that looks fantastic. That is way better than a normal pipe weapon would look. But we're going to throw it in the water because we don't want it, we don't need it. It's just kind of there. Grab the Rad-X. I can sell that later if I remember to. Okay, so maybe the shotgun's inside.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
Make it quick.
All right, but make it quick.
I will. I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
I've already forgotten what he just told me. So there is that. Duct tape. Never say no to duct tape. Now, X88 does not currently count as a companion. So he doesn't mess up my Lone Wanderer or anything like that.
Got it.
It also means that none of the things that I do he will either like or dislike. Why did I take the shotgun shells? There's no reason for that. And quite frankly, I don't know what 88 likes or dislikes, as I've never really used him. I've done... Alright, hold on. I swear I was picking something up there. Maybe it was just him. I know I've done an Institute playthrough once before. Wasn't really anything to, talk about. You gotta kill the Railroad, you gotta kill the Brotherhood. They ignore the Minutemen.
Sweet.
Because everybody ignores the Minutemen. I mean, that's just a thing that people do. But other than that, wasn't super impressed by it enough to want to do it again. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely picking up that shotgun around here somewhere. Where is it? I think it clashed into the terrain. Okay,
Hell yeah.
It's there, but the mods, that frickin' gun mod screwed it up, so it's technically invisible until I put it back together. Which means, how much does it weigh? 7 pounds still, even though there's nothing there. I hate that mod so much. I wish I never bookmarked it. And I wish I hadn't installed it after the anniversary thing, because that just messed up so much stuff.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you two are agents of
Just
the
like
Institute.
me. So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me, is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
Screw you, Raven.
B592 initialize factory reset authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss? You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to...
You're gonna be angry at me anyway, so.
That's it. Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Alright, there we go. All good. Now, there's a safe here. A master terminal. I don't come across those very often. Whoop. That wasn't really worth the time and trouble, to be completely honest. Alright, let's get out of here. Now we can just swim straight to the Prydwen. Nice and easy. That literally took maybe 4 minutes, but it was probably 4 minutes that nobody wanted to deal with. And I've seen 3 knights with Tesla cannons. Okay, that doesn't bother me as much because at the end of Fallout 3, you get a Tesla cannon. It's an experimental weapon.
Looks like we have a
The Brotherhood has had 10 years to perfect the design and put it into at least limited production. It doesn't bother me that they have Tesla cannons. The number of the solar cannon thing,
I
that does
received
kind of
word
bother
that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now,
Makes sense.
on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Ingram's special program is... Oh god, Liberty Prime. Could not think of the name. I think it's Liberty Prime, getting started on building him. I don't know how far we're going to go with that.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Yep, Liberty Reprimed. Look at that. I think this is the vertibird that takes us down. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, where would Ingram be specifically? I guess straight down the stairs. Okay. Hey, there she is. What are you doing staring at boxes?
I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Nothing.
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac.
Yes, indeed.
Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was
Yeah, he got
destroyed
hit with
in
a
the line
flippin'
of duty.
satellite from
I've
orbit.
spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
No, it is actually as
I
worse
wish I
as
had
it
your
looks.
confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Okay. Okay.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Okay, so speak to Dr. Lee, which means I have to go back upstairs now. And this is starting to feel like a lot of padding. But thankfully, it's not difficult padding. It's not like I have to run halfway across the Commonwealth and back. But I wanted to get the main campaign going some more, so I guess this is a good way to do it. Load. There we go. God, that has been a problem ever since the special edition rollout. You know, they've put out like 3 separate patches for the anniversary edition, and from what I understand, it just keeps making things worse. There used to be a night standing right there. Where'd he go?
Our vertibirds should give us the...
Your vertibirds drop out of the sky like freaking lawn darts. The Harrier has a better reputation for staying in the air, which is saying something.
Attention all Brotherhood soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge.
Oh. Since I'm here, let's
Repeat,
drop off some
if you have
stuff.
not
expected
received
Dr.
your
Lee would
mentorship
return to
assignment,
the Brotherhood.
please report to the bridge.
But
That
you're
is
not
all.
here to discuss history, are you? Are there documents you want?
I have
I found some
documents. I don't have a
technical
lot,
documents
but
for you.
These, here are the caps that I promised. Remember, check every building.
yeah. I've got some viable blood samples to turn in as well.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot. And leaves that
If
memorable
you're here to
ozone
talk me
smell
into working
behind.
on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
I'm convinced that Madison Lee is a pain
you
in
run
the
into
ass
any simps,
just to be a
shoot
pain in
to
the
kill.
ass.
We don't take prisoners.
That was literally, I don't want to do this. Hey, we talked about this. Okay, fine. We'll get it done. I get that the writing, it is what it is, but that just seems kind of... It makes her come across just more like a little high school
With your
princess.
reconnoiter
Like,
of the
I
Institute
said,
complete,
okay,
you finally
fine.
have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Okay. Name, I think her name is. There she is.
Have you collected any blood samples?
Naraya. God, I got that wrong.
Yes, here you go.
You're becoming quite the field scribe. Here's some caps for the trouble.
Alright, that gets rid of that stuff. Let's get out of here and then go talk to Proctor Ingram again. Then I think she's going to send us to get some parts, which we will worry about later. And then we can move on with our day. Unfortunately, there's like 3 load screens between us and Ingram. 1, 2, and then finally the vertibird down to the ground, which would be number 3. Or if I had some leg pieces with the acrobatics
Minigun. Choose through fails,
perk on it, I could just jump. Or if I was wearing powered armor, I could just jump too. But I don't tend to wear a lot of powered armor. I like it. I like the feel of it, but it just... I don't know. I think it's just the constant thumping sound. Okay, let's figure out where Ingram got to. Ah, she's up there. That's odd.
Ingram?
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible,
hit
and I should be
by
able to
a
get the power flowing
deorbited
into his
satellite.
CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out
The
of my
fact
way,
that there's
that is.
anything left of him to salvage at all
Charming,
is nothing
isn't
short
he?
of a miracle.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I
No.
don't see it getting any better than that.
Prime was designed
In
before the
fact,
Great War.
since things are
They
going
just could
so
never
well,
get the power
we're gonna have you start building his
system established to
electromagnetic
work properly.
actuators.
They said that in Fallout 3. So Bethesda doesn't even know its own game lore, much less anybody else's. Or, a lot of people could argue that Ingram doesn't know any better because she was a member of the Brotherhood at the time, and that's what she was told.
Sure.
But
Anything you need.
Lee
That's
should
what I
know
love
better.
about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
The actuators are what
Also, I
allows
wasn't
Liberty
listening.
Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the
Conveniently, I'm
high-powered
heading to a
magnets you'll
hospital.
need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a major issue. The other thing that's super useful is that I have this tied in to our supply network, so I can just dump my junk.
Yes?
Okay, don't aggravate the Brotherhood of Steel, please. Yes, this is technically our territory, but still don't aggravate them. There, I can just dump all that. That's nice. No, hold on to the rest of this stuff for the time being. Yeah, we'll just leave that stuff for now. Okay, so we need a magnet. Where is it telling us to find a magnet? Oh, it wants us to go down to Milton General Hospital. My bad. And we want to go to the Mass Medical Bay, which is just down the street. Sort of. From the Institute, so we can just fast travel right here. I'm not using the fast travel mod, but I've got their handy dandy little teleporter. Might as well go talk to Father and complete that.
Hi, mister.
Oh, what's up, kid? Is there a stairwell I missed? Yes, there is. It was right in front of me. Oh. No, I wanted to go up. Ah, how is this taking me? Okay, that was way further than that should have gone. Where am I now? I'm curious.
Something about disappearing synths, I think.
Disappearing?
Weird. I'm in the bowels of the Institute, where nothing happens. And I was going to say, it felt like that elevator is going down a lot farther than a single level. Yeah, he's right upstairs. Okay. That's what I need. I am so bad at navigating this place, it's not even funny. Hello,
I'm
Sean.
glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
The Institute created that synth, so the Institute is responsible for what it does.
I disagree. A synth is no more inherently evil than a handgun. When a man dies by gunshot, is the weapon's maker blamed? Of course not. The blame rightly falls on he who pulled the trigger.
Nowadays?
Yes, we
yeah,
created the
a lot
synth.
of people do blame the gun maker.
But whether they intended to or not, the Railroad's agents turned it into a killer. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
All right. I will do so. I don't know where they are, so I'm assuming that's a miscellaneous thing. It's not a miscellaneous thing. Oh. Oh, now it's giving me a marker for it. Okay. Check this out. We'll find a water fountain somewhere along the way as well, I'm sure.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
Hey, look, a water fountain. Yay. Can't fill my bottles here, though. I guess they object to that sort of thing. Oh, I'm directly overhead, I guess. I'm gonna say, I will never find this place on my own.
Your new quarters are here, sir.
What do we got?
When
Cigarettes,
you're
powered
finished
armor
here,
frame.
sir, Father wants to see you.
Of course he does. Clean room suit. I am not seeing a generous supply of arms and armaments here. The battle for Bunker Hill. Oh, that sounds lovely. Okay, speak to Father. Where is Father at? It's across the hall. How do I get across the hall? Place was oddly designed. There we go. And we go back up a level.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Why bother?
I'm not sure why you'd bother.
Aside from taking back our property, we must teach them a lesson, as it were. And quickly at that. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Is it just me, or will I have backup?
A Corsair will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
All right. Inform the Brotherhood, inform the Railroad. You can narc on a bunch of people doing this. I think we're starting to get to the point where we're going to have to divert from the Institute and the Brotherhood and start crashing more into the Minutemen, but I don't remember how to do that. Of course, to be fair, also, why don't we send in the Minutemen? A couple of squads to hold the line to make sure the Institute don't get in. That would be interesting. It's not going to happen, but it would be interesting. You can fast travel to the Institute from anywhere in the Commonwealth. It tells me that every single time. But I think we're going to cheat a little bit here, and we're going to pop back to our base, which is going to require me to fast travel, because I don't want to spend all day doing it. Because, one, I want to clear out my inventory a bit, but two, I also want to look at some of the new stuff that we picked up from Tale of the Beastmaster, or Beast Hunter, I should say. I want to look at some of the options. I'm not going to use the actual weapon, although I did notice that it is modifiable to fire 50 caliber rounds. I wouldn't put a 50 cal in a revolver setup. Like I mentioned last episode, there's a thing. There's a spacing issue with revolvers that, in a lot of cases, it's been pretty well done, but it depends on the ammunition you're using and how well the revolver is designed. Putting a 50 cal into a revolver-like setup would probably be very, very dangerous. And it's a level of dangerous that I don't think I would want to deal with. Okay, so we're just going to crack this sucker all the way up to powerful automatic. We'll go. There we go. Let's see, we'll give it... that. Ooh, folded assault stock. I like the sound of that. Okay, magazine. We'll give it a quick eject drum. Reflex dot. Muzzle. We'll give it a heavy suppressor. Sounds good. And we give it a paint job. This would be an army paint job, I'm pretty sure. And it's violent. 25% damage and limb damage, but has more recoil. I think that is all the things that this weapon requires. Now, Marksman Judge, you can crack it up to, like I said, a 50 caliber receiver. Sectional damage and armor piercing changes ammo type to 50 caliber, high recoil. Give it a different barrel types. It's already got the best stock. That little bit of Deathclaw hide on the end there. It's got a rail system on top, so you can attach a scope. You can give it a suppressor or a muzzle brake, whichever you like. So these are different card options. So Ace of Spades is +2 luck, refills action points on a critical hit. Ace of Hearts, small chance to heal the user when damaging targets. Now, I don't know how small that chance is. Or how much health you get back. Is it a percentage of the enemy's overall health, a percentage of what the damage you've done, just the flat-out damage you do? I have no idea. Ace of Diamonds is better critical shot damage and critical shot chance, or better critical shot charge. I don't know what that means. And this is small knockback, better bash. Whatever. Not particularly impressed. And it's got the Headhunter legendary effect. Which is, it's not bad, it's just, I don't know. I don't really want to try to do that on a YOLO run, though. Only because it's set up so that he's in a position to automatically flashbang you and then start blowing you up. So that could be a run ender right then and there. A nuke mine. I don't remember picking that up, but hot damn. Alright, so there's that. Now we have the armor. So your options here are standard lens, night vision lens, or thermal lens. Adds thermal vision or night vision when sneaking. That sounds pretty cool. I want to check that out. And you can give it Jaws, which... +2 charisma. That's not bad. Deathclaw Jaws, probably in the hideout or something. And this is just the normal stuff. So no big deal there. You can give it a Bandolier, which requires Mythic Deathclaw hide. I don't remember seeing that. Improves carry capacity. If you don't already have the Wasteland Whisperer perk, it will be awarded when equipped. Interesting. That's kind of cool. And the glove mod, let's see, adds bleed damage to unarmed attacks, adds electrical damage to target bleeds, and adds electrical damage chance to stun. Okay. Again, fairly basic and easy stuff. Not sure how much... Oh, I want to try that helmet out first. Also, I want to see what it looks like with the rest of my gear. The helmet might be something that we use. My helmet actually looks pretty good with this setup. You know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let's go find a person that we can look at. Where did she go? She might be asleep. Oh, no, there she is. Yeah, you know, we might actually wind up using this. I think it looks pretty good, actually. I'm assuming that it knocked off my rebreather, right? So we're not going to use the armor itself. But we are going to use the helmet, because I think that helmet looks pretty awesome. Let's get in the light where we can see it a bit better. Yeah, I think the armor looks, or the helmet looks really good with this armor set. We are going to go sleeves down. It's technically wintertime, so sleeves down is appropriate. If any of you have served, you know what I mean by that. Where is the uniform? Sleeves normal. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That's not what I meant to do. But yeah, we're going to go with that. So that means that the armor itself can go into the thing there. Hold on to the rebreather mask. You know, honestly, it allows me to breathe underwater, and I'm just going to end up taking Aqua Boy anyway. I'm not really worried about the rad resistance because I've got the maxed out thing for Ghoulish, so that can go in there as well. I am losing 1 point of charisma and a point of intelligence. Hold on a second. I wonder about something. Yeah, I can't... The framework thing I use for equipment doesn't allow me to attach a legendary edge to a legendary perk to this. This has the sharp thing. So yeah, it's +1 intelligence, +1 in charisma. And I get +1 intelligence anyway from the helmet, or from just from the hat alone. So that's going to drop me down to charisma 10. Oh dear, oh my. That's terrible. I don't know how I'm going to live with that. It's a whole thing down. No, and I'm losing 2 luck. Actually, I'm losing like 3 luck. One thing is I'm going to be losing a lot of damage resist, ballistic resistance, energy resistance, and rad resistance. Rad resistance, again, we don't care about. Losing a tiny bit from the glasses, but we can always just hold on to them. That's fine. Yeah, this stuff doesn't weigh much. It's 1.5 pounds and half a pound. It's like 2 pounds worth of gear. I can deal with that. Yeah, if I need to talk to somebody, I just put my freaking hat on. Not really a big deal. What are these Argent power cells? I need to pull out a plasma weapon and look at that. God, I have so many fusion cores. I picked up 13 of them. It's ridiculous. Okay, Argent plasma cells. Let's grab a plasma weapon real quick because I'm curious here. Well, that uses alien blaster rounds. That might be a modification thing. I don't know. Plasma rifle. Okay. So just out of curiosity here. Okay, so it says I don't have the ammo required for it. Let's take a look here. Standard capacity doesn't change the ammo type. The ammo barrel. Okay. Launcher barrel. Okay, nothing there. Alien atomizer. Changes to fusion cells, which drops damage like a tiny bit, so who even cares? Yeah, yeah, I don't know what that is from. Honestly, I don't even need this thing, so here. Go away. Yeah, I don't know where the Argent plasma cells come from. That might be from that other mod, and they were just sitting in the world, because I know it has screwed a few things up. I honestly don't even really know. Okay, what's the weight here? 263. We could probably dump some more. Oh yeah, I've also got a bunch of junk. Got all the ammo taken care of. Put the mods in there. Those don't weigh anything, but there's no point in holding on to them. Let's see, what else have we got that we don't need to be packing? I mostly just collect that stuff. And we're back up to 55 stim packs. Good lord. Got Y meat. I think 231's not bad considering I'm carrying 3 rifles, a pistol, a giant knife, and a bunch of grenades. Yeah, no, I think that's good. We're going to stick with this helmet. I do wish it had some more modification options. I'd like to be able to repair the eye lens that's busted out. I'd like to be able to color the helmet maybe to more of an OD green to match my uniform. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a modder is trying to do stuff just like that right now, because there are mods that will add further modification options or fixes to creation items that are paid for. They have it for the Tesla cannon, the Zeta weapons, and a bunch of other stuff. But we're actually going to end it here. I think this is a good place to stop. Now we got a lot done. lot more than I expected. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I certainly did. And I will see you guys next time. And next time we are going to go to the hospital. Been meaning to do it for a while. We're finally going to get it done. Until then, hope you've enjoyed, and peace.